NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
Got a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should. And what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Quarterback Matthew Stafford bringing out the LA offense. And Stafford, of course, all those years in Detroit, and now in his first season with Los Angeles.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical.
Precise. The throws, maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
He's up past the 35-yard line.
Hey, to hold him under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken 21 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, it's now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advance.
But it will becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not sets down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it.
In short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood, what do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first. Opening drive, you just got the stopper, at least you think, and then boom, right back on the field for more.
It had to feel like something that they had planned for a whole week long. Hey, first drive of the game, let's be aggressive, let's go get them. And now defensively, that was really unexpected.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the draw, this is Henderson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defensive tackle, and what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Stafford on 3rd down. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And CD, defensively, you're a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Second down, it's Henderson. Oh, he shifts past him, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go...
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. We got the 3rd and 2 more. Here's Stafford. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Sets up a 1st and goal. Henderson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans ready to take over here on offense, and it's Deshaun Watson at the controls in his 5th season now in the NFL.
And his task in this situation is making sure this team knows that there's a sense of urgency, something big out of them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Nice run there by Mark Ingram, the 3-time Pro Bowler. To be a veteran presence in their running back room, despite the fact he'll be 32 in December. Hoping to get one more good season out of the former Heisman Trophy winner.
And he'll push this forward to Leonard Floyd on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff to Ingram. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45. Vince, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be about here, partner. But to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad. They feel pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw is Watson. That's caught it's Chris Moore. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the running game is Ingram, and he sneaks his way forward only for the last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. And he'll great to go, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Getting set to go. It's effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you really did some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to it.
Sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st down, it's Henderson, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun again to Henderson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's Matthew Stafford who's had it working in the first half. His guys have the lead as we get you back over to NRG Stadium in Houston and rejoin Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail.
People will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Watson. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. That catch good for a back.
And see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking deep downfield. And this is incomplete on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Rams are going on. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard.
Ultimately, he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans today.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. After putting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the
engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's able to get out to the 32 down. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation. The way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over for the 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Leonard Floyd was the number 9 overall pick in 2015, yet with the Los Angeles Rams in 2020. A career high, 10.5 sacks.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, Cooks on the quick slant.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now
the Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now Watson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
watch right there, a nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window.
Only were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The tackle by Terrence Mitchell. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 6 yards left on second down. They run once more with Henderson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the gain on the play there. So they're left with a third down and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this pass broken up. And now fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sacked up. Charles, first play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I would. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. A solid stiff arm, and they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. It'll still lead to a fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So this will be exact words. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the handoff, Henderson. And some space here. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. 122 yards rushing for him so far.
The carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. Henderson. And just a couple yards there down to the 7. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about it if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to lead that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they come with 1:53 left. Gay's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
That's it in the Texans now. Down 13-10. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Now Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
What exactly is going on? Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Watson's throw taken in by Collins. Now the Texans, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Watson to throw. Connecting with Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
But the most important one, got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. And now out of the way. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Los Angeles, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Texans, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.